What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today I have an awesome video for you all. We're going to be building the WWE Authentic Scale Ring. Of course, we've built many of these rings before as well. One of the big differences here is going to be, so we actually have a new ring skirt here, which is going to be the WWE Extreme Rules. Who remembers that pay-per-view, WWE Extreme Rules pay-per-view as well? Again, this is awesome. So as you know, we love to build the playsets here as well. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, right off the bat, as you can see, it does come with a lot of different components as well. I did pick this up here secondhand in my local area off of Facebook Marketplace. And I got this for $10. The whole set here just for $10. That's a heck of a deal. Could not pass that up here. And the greatest thing about it is it does include all the components. Includes every single, even the smallest pieces, which is rare. Sometimes those small pieces are missing or where they may be as well. The only thing is the rope is a little dirty, but that's all fine. We have some other ropes and extras that we'll be putting on there as well. So what you get here is going to be a few different items. So you do get the support legs, which you get support legs right here. The support the bottom here as far as the mat goes. And you do get this clips here that's going to actually put these pieces together. Helps them hold them tight. And you do get the turnbuckles right there. Of course, you get the WWE logo, the turnbuckles. And you got the turnbuckle support right here. You definitely get that right there as well. Of course, the ring post, and then you do get the mat. The mat is just a generic clear blue mat, and then of course the ring skirt as well. All right, so let's go ahead start putting some of this together. All right, so the first thing we need and we have is going to be kind of the baseboard of this. Again, this is going to be the older school authentic scale rings here. Of course, the new ones that Mattel built are awesome. This is just Dustify as well. I believe this is 22 by 22, but what it is just literally one big old plastic piece right here. And then the bottom here, this is how it looks like. And then you can see where the spots where the legs go. And then actually right here is going to be where the clips go as well. So what we're going to do is going to turn this over. Same thing as well, turn this over on this side. And then what we want to do is kind of line these up. And once you line up there, that's how it kind of looks like. Once they're lined up here, just go ahead and grab your clipboards. Or grab your clips. That's how the clips look like. And they're literally going to go into each one of these facets right there. So I'll take the first one here. I'm just going to line it. Once you get it lined, just push that in. It kind of helps it hold a little tighter here so it doesn't kind of move on you. And then all you do is kind of slide that piece right there. And then we're going to take the other one right here. It's going to slide this piece. Alright, so that again, that kind of gives it that stability, helps it doesn't move as well. Of course, it is still going to move a little bit more. Alright, so now that we have that piece here, the next thing we're actually going to do now is, if you see where the support legs or the beams, if you want to say call them that, that's where they go as well. So let's go ahead and grab those pieces and we'll put them on there next. Alright, so this is how they look like. Again, this is just one big piece right here. So what you want to do is take this piece right here, you're just literally going to connect it, and it goes in there. Put that in there, and then this other piece can go right in the middle. That connects right there, and then the last piece right here just kind of gives it support right there as well. As you can see how this is coming together. And then these two other pieces right here, you do get a separate support legs right there, and literally this is how they look like, right? So take this piece, put that right there, and that's gonna go in, and then take this other piece. And that's going to go in right there as well. As you can see, it's coming together. So we do get another support legs right here. But as you can see, but we're going to hold off putting that on before. What we're going to do now is actually going to flip this over. And you can see how awesome it looks like. So you just grab the big piece and just kind of flip it over. Of course, you can see it does have a little height to it now. So what we're going to do now next is going to be grabbing the mat. And we're actually going to put the mat over this. And the reason why we're not going to put the legs on there first is you'll see we need some room right here to where the mat goes over, so it gives it a nice feel for it. So let's go ahead and grab the mat next. Alright, so this is how the mat looks like. Again, this is kind of your generic one, kind of the blue color. Again, looks pretty awesome for sure. It is feels that soft goods. So what you want to do with this, so the mat right here does have this elastic piece right there. So you take this and you put it over the legs right there where the leg's supposed to go. That's why we don't put it on there as well. So what I like to do is go work my way diagonal. I'm going to take this other piece right here, work that way up. And then now that I have that piece, I'm going to put this piece right here. Again, all you're doing is literally taking this elastic piece, go over there, and then the last piece right here, take this other piece, going to go over it, and just like so. So right off the bat, you can see this kind of nicely coming together. Next thing we're going to do now that we have the actual legs is going to flip it over, and now finish it off with the ring post at the bottom right there. So right here, remember we didn't put the actual ring post right here because this is where the elastic piece gonna go over. So let's go ahead and grab the last 4 and put that in there. Alright, so this is how they look like. Again, they're the same ones up here. So what I do is take that in, push that in right there, and then take this other piece right here as well. Kind of push that in, make sure it's nice and secure. Take this back piece, push that in, and then this other last piece right here. And there you go. Now you just turn it over, and you kind of start seeing it coming together, just like so. So you can see right off the bat, this is definitely a huge authentic scale ring as well. So now that we have the base, we have the support beams at the bottom, we do have the mat right there. Next thing is we're going to need to get is going to actually grab the ring post. Let's go ahead and grab that. Alright, so now let's go ahead and grab the ring post here. But for this part here, you actually need 2 pieces because you got to kind of go hand in hand together. The ring post over there as well as the ring skirt. So let's go ahead and grab that next. Alright, so here is the ring skirt right over here. Again, this is going to be the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Of course, this is when they're promoting that WWE The Network as well. So again, the reason why we're going to need 2 of these is because if you don't put them together, which is fine, but it essentially becomes double work. So what you want to do is you're going to see each of the little spot right to the corner right there. There are some elastic piece again. This elastic piece looks like that. So you take this ring post and you're going to feed it over this, and then what you want to do afterwards is going to be feed it over here, push that in there, and there you go. So you got 1 piece in there. So again, that's why you kind of need them both, so that way you're not doing double the work. So same thing we're going to do here. Take this other piece right there, make sure it's going to fold it right, and take this other piece, put it over. Now that feeds right into there. There you go. Just kind of push that down, and there we go. So you can see how this authentic scale ring already looking like. Looks awesome. So now that we have the ring mat, the base, the ring skirt, next thing is actually we're going to go ahead and add the ring ropes as well, along with the turnbuckle, and then the actual turnbuckle connector right there. So let's go ahead and grab the ring ropes and the turnbuckles. Alright, so this is the turnbuckle right here. You can see how it looks like it does have the WWE logo on it. Alright, so you do get 12 of the turnbuckles right here. So of course 3 per ring post right here. So we'll go ahead and put that on the side right there. We'll put that to the side, and we'll put these to the side right there as well. So now that we have that, next thing we're actually going to grab the turnbuckle right here. And you should again have 9 of these. It's going to go to each of the corners. So I already see that I have 2 on here. So I'm going to need 1 right there. There's none right there. So let's go ahead and grab 3. Put them there. I like separating because this way it makes it a lot easier when you're going to put them in there. 3 right there. So there's already 1 here. So we're going to grab 2. So there we go. Looks like we're getting all the components put together right there. So next thing is I'm going to grab the ropes. Again, the ropes here are a little loose, and I actually ended up cutting them. One, so it makes it easier to kind of clean it a little bit. And we'll put this aside for now, and we'll put that back shortly. But also, what I'll do is going to, once I get it to a good size where I want it, I'm actually going to tie it together, and then that's going to help kind of make the ropes a little tighter as well. So again, same thing you want to do with this. What I always do is take the ring rope right here, in all of the corners right here. Again, the thing about this one does take a little time to build, which is again supposed to give you the authentic scale or authentic feeling of building the actual ring, which definitely serves the purpose of it. So again, I'm going to take this piece right here, and then I'm going to feed it into this component. And what I like to do is kind of feed it into there, and take it out as well. And then you also want to take your time when you build this, because I have seen this kind of break, or the last thing you want to do. Again, these are really fragile. Alright, so here is the WWE Extreme Rules authentic scale ring right here. Awesome playset for sure. You can see how that looks like right there. E for Extreme Rules. This is when they had that kind of it was a hardcore, right? They had a lot of tables, ladders, and chairs kind of match as well. But as far as the ring itself, again, we've seen kind of many of these rings before. Just now it has that different ring skirt on it. You can see from this side as well. So this is what I mean by that. I definitely cut that piece out, but it doesn't bother me too much, so I'll leave it like that. And you see the level of detail kind of from the ring post right here, turnbuckles. You see kind of outlines right there. And of course you can see it has the WWE logo right there. It goes all the way to this other side. Again, the reason why I cut it is because it does help it, makes the tension a little bit better as far as kind of the rings right here. If not, you can see this one a little bit looser. Could be a little more tighter, but I'll leave it like that for now. Again, if you've seen me collect over time, I mainly use these as displays only, so I don't use them half the time, so it'll be okay. But if you definitely did use this for your figures, for matches and whatnot, you definitely want that ring to be ring rose to definitely be a little tighter as well. But overall, you can put some steps on this, and you have an awesome entrance stage as well. But thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, buddy, have a good one.